Okay, RPJ, I'm having to hold the tripod because there's nothing level here in the truck. But anyway, I thought I'd do one on Fusion radio, Yaesu System Fusion. I've done D-Star 2 or 3 times. I've done DMR a couple of times. I just thought I'd do Fusion. This is Fusion Neural. I believe I'm on Fusion Neural right now.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm on. Not real sure. I might end up though while you're doing that and get it. Let me put it in FM so they can see what it sounds like when they get a signal that's not digital.
Well, you want me to go to FM?
Oh no, I'm saying me be on FM while you're on digital because you can see what it sounds like.
Okay, I doubt if I'll hear you on Fusion on FM. I'll have to switch over to FM to hear you.
That's right, never mind. I was thinking backwards. I'm thinking what digital would sound like if I was on FM. So yeah, I was backwards on that. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I just hear it and talk so you can hear what it sounds like. It's out of D-Star. I've heard some of that on there, and they all sound kind of the same. DMR to me is a little bit more spotty, I think, than Fusion is a little bit. Because you sound good on my end. Real clear, good digital voice.
Okay, let's go to Fusion Wide. Let's go to Fusion Wide and see what the difference is. Okay, now I'm on Fusion Wide. You copy?
Yeah, I do. I was actually checking. It takes me a minute on this FP3DR to remember I ain't went into the settings and so on. I'm actually on wide anyway. I thought I was on narrow, but mine automatically starts on wide. So you're still a lot clearer though for me. I can still hear you before, but now you're a lot wider since we're on the same thing.
Okay. Okay, now let's go to analog. Let's see what the difference is in analog.
All right, can you copy me?
Yeah, I think Fusion Wide's about as good as analog. So anyway, FM sounds good, a lot better than any of them, but I think Fusion Wide sounds better than any of them because you're taking up twice the bandwidth. D-Star is 6 1/4 kcs wide. DMR is 6 1/4 kcs wide. Well, it's really 12 kcs wide, but you got 2 time slots working 30 milliseconds apart. So it's really 6 1/4 kcs wide. When we was on Fusion Wide, it's about as close to FM you can get.
Yeah, I like analog just for the real kind of voice. You don't get the digitally kind of thing, but the digital wide on the Fusion sounds good over here. And actually, like on this right now, I hear just a white noise, not much. I mean, because we're so close on template, but with the other, I don't get none of that. It's just clear voice the whole time.
Oh, okay, yeah, I thought I'd make a little video on Fusion and Fusion Neural and Fusion Wide and FM. I haven't made a video in a while. I haven't heard nothing about the Infed war yet. It'll probably be next week before I hear anything about it, and then I'll make another video.
And you keep them up. That's another thing about Fusion that I like though. See, if I had mine in the AMS mode, it wouldn't have mattered if you was on FM or digital. I would have my radio would automatically switch for either one. That's one thing I like about it too, because you can use either or. You just put it on AMS and let it do its thing.
Oh yeah, when I do get that other antenna back or get that fixed, I done made my mind up. I'm not gonna run no more power on it. I'll run power on the long wire, but not the end fed there, because you know what's gonna happen. The same thing, and I got better things to do. And box it up, take it down, and send it back to MFJ. So I will not be running no more power on that end fed if they send me a new one or if they fix that one.
I don't think it was that. I think you might have just got a fluke antenna. I think they just kind of, they throw them together so quick. I'd say, I don't know. I can't say that the power did it. They say it's for 800. You wasn't going nowhere near that. So, yeah, I wouldn't be afraid to try it again, but that's just me. I know you wouldn't want to send it back, but if you're going to test the product, man, you got to test it.
Yeah, I know it, but I done tested it. It's not amplified. See, another thing too, that's where the perfect SWR. And my SWR, after I run the amp, might have been more than a 1.3 or a 1.4. That 800 watts is a 1-to-1 SWR. That's another thing too I thought about. So that what might have got it, because I might have had a little more SWR when I run the amp. The more power you got, the more SWR you're going to have. So I might not have had a perfect match.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if your SWR ain't real good though, then we're going to have to figure out where to put that antenna and try different places and play with it until we figure it out. I ain't been on mine in a little while. I need to. I've just been doing so much stuff around here, but I've noticed the band stuff is kind of noisy. But I tell you what, I'm gonna switch back over to a digital wide there and see the difference, because while we're talking, but I'm gonna switch over to digital wide. KO4 JJP Friday.
KU4 BFC.
There you go. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. Like that, I left mine on FM while you come in. That'd be a good one for a video, show everybody what digital sounds like when you ain't on the right mode, because like you was just a bunch of noise there. But so I switched over, and I need to start doing that more on this thing. I used the handy talk in so long, I forget where all my settings and stuff at.
Okay, well you'll see on the video where you's on FM, you're on your handy talkie. You was fading in and out a little bit there on the signal, and there's no static, no fading in and out on digital. It's either there till it falls off a clip and then it's gone. Digital's either there or it's not there to start with. There's no in between.
Yeah, that's one thing I do like about analog, especially if you're mobile, trying to hit the repeater, because if you're driving and somebody's on digital and you kind of get them little dead spots, they just disappear, so you don't even catch none of what they're saying. But at least with analog, you know, it might fade and get a little scratchy and noisy, but you can still sometimes tell what they're saying, to where, like you say, digital just kind of falls off that cliff. It's just gone.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and upload this video, and you can check it out after a while. I hope you guys have a great time on the beach. You going to Myrtle Girdle or Florida?
Yeah, we're going to Florida. Panama City.
Okay, most people go around here go to Myrtle's Girdle.
No, I don't care much about the beach, and I sure don't like Myrtle Beach. Panama City's got a lot clearer water and a lot whiter sand. It's a little further drive, but to me, it's just there. If I'm gonna go to the beach, I'm gonna make it worth it.
Yeah, to me, Myrtle Beach is Gatlinburg in the ocean. You can't tell no difference between Gatlinburg and Myrtle Beach. The only difference you can tell is one's got mountains, one's got ocean.
Yeah, that's how I always used to describe Gatlinburg. That's what I'd say. The strip's just like Myrtle Beach with mountains in the